The Bucanier project is funded by the European Regional Development Fund through the Ireland-Wales Cooperation Programme.
Hello and welcome to the Buccaneer Innovation video series. This is part 3 of 3 videos which explain the importance and process of entrepreneurial innovation. This video helps you to set the scope and the focus for your innovation. Now we've looked at the potential focus for moving into a new innovation space, we've got an opportunity to do some scoping. There's a couple of ways that we can do this, but I think that going for the simple, hands-on approach would really suit you best. So we're going to move on from here, remembering that we're looking at potentially new products and potentially new markets. So let's look at a model where we're thinking about what your customer wants, because that's always the way to achieve growth. Then looking at what your company's capable of, and finally what your competitors are up to. And we're going to think about the opportunities in front of you, and then of course the threats. So Alan, can you tell me, what do you think the potential opportunities are when thinking about what customers need? What are your customers looking for?
Well, from what I understand, customers increasingly appreciate a well-tailored offering according to their specific needs.
So let's call that bespoke. And that's certainly common for a lot of companies nowadays. What else?
Well, obviously we get customized products that we don't offer yet from that process. They also value digital enabled services that enrich the product offering.
And that's useful. Right there we can start to see how you can change what you're doing.
Those are clearly business opportunities for us. The thing is, our competitors address these new customer demands in much better ways than we do. They already have a large set of new products on the market that try to address a variety of new customer demands. They achieve this by producing large numbers of these products based on fully automated processes and selling them on a global scale. In contrast, we have a lower variety of products which are less customized. However, our dynamic operations could help us to fully adjust our products according to clients' needs. Moreover, our strong market position in the local market is still better than our competitors. We have a much stronger partner network, and this is a great opportunity that we can leverage.
So that's really interesting. From what you've described, you can see now where your opportunities lie, where your strengths are, and what your customers are up to. You know, what their opportunities are, but potentially what you can learn from. So let's look at the threats. We've already talked about these a bit. So in customers, we know that the customer needs are changing. This is why you've seen a drop in customer numbers. Next, you as a business, you've got a limited product portfolio. Compared to your competitors, this is one of the biggest threats. And finally, one of the threats to your firm is that your competitors are good at what they do. Specifically, they have a wide variety of products, but they also are addressing customer needs. Now it's your turn. Use template 3 and think about what opportunities and threats you can expect in the 3 dimensions that we have introduced. Okay, so now we've had to think about where the opportunities lie for you and the threats that your customers pose, as well as thinking about your innovation focus area. What I'd really like to do is finish up the scoping by setting out a clear innovation challenge. Now we form this as a question, and that question has to be quite well crafted. If it's too tight, then you can find yourself missing out on opportunities and not being flexible enough to take advantage of new markets. If it's too loose, you can lose your focus. So what we do is we set a clear challenge that allows you to stay on focus and keep going when times are tough. The way we do this is we start with how can and name your firm. It can also be a part of your company. So how can our production team, or how can our sales marketing function? Then you think about utilizing your strengths in order to overcome your weaknesses and address your customer needs. So can you see how that would make sense?
Yes, I can.
And can you see now how you've got a greater level of detail? You knew the challenge when you came in here, but now you can see where your area of focus is, what you need to overcome, and what your opportunities are.
Yes, definitely. I can see the importance of having a different external perspective on our situation.
That's wonderful, and I hope that this is a good starting point and will continue to keep you focused as you go forward. Now it's your turn. How can you condense the innovation challenge into one overriding question? Take some time here and formulate a question whose answers provide you with sufficient opportunities for growth. Remember those key areas of your opportunities, your potential threats, and what your customers are looking for. I hope you've enjoyed this 3-part series on entrepreneurial innovation. Visit the Buccaneer website to find out more.